Okay guys, so before we start to crochet this lapghan, I would like to just mention couple notes for this one. And so as the title says, it's C2C or crochet to corner crochet style. So we start from the left, right bottom corner to the left upper corner. So you can see the numbers, they're right here, and this is actually the numbers of the rows. Just make it a little bit closer for you now. So you see that this is the first row, second, third, and every odd number, because now every crocheter does it a little bit differently. So my odd numbers going from the left to the right, or I would say like up, and every even number goes from the right to the left, or like to the down, up, down. So this is just the thing that how I do this lapghan. And about the C2C, let's go through like just quickly this crochet chart. So these like O's, they're like chains. So we're gonna make five chains. Some crocheters does 6, but I do 5, and then into the third third chain I'll make the first double crochet. But this two skip chain, they also count as a first double crochet. So now this is the second, third, four, and those 4 double crochets, they count as like a one square. So yeah, and then we just going to the second row, and yeah, just go on. So now we can start to crochet. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this graph just right here, so we can see what colors we will just need. I use 6mm hook, and I also use 2 skeins of the Pouch of Love. It's from the Lion brand, and it was actually enough for the all lapghan. So of course, if you wanna make it bigger, the blanket, you can just go for a bigger size of the hook, or also the yarn. So it's up to you. Okay, so now let's start with this first square, and it's the first row, and it's in a brown color. So we just make the slip knot, and we make chain 5 for 5, and then we just make double crochet into our third chain from our hook. And this is how we make our first square and first corner of our lapghan. So now, like as I said before, the first row, and it's an odd number, we go from the left to the up. So now the second row is going from top to down. So now we have to join our white color right now. So I actually shouldn't finish my with the slip stitch, but I will just undo it, and this is my last step. So I won't finish my last double crochet, but I'm just gonna keep my 2 loops on the hook, grab my white yarn, and I just do around the hook and finish that double crochet. I just tied up the brown yarn and the white one, so it won't untangle, but then I just leave it, and then I will weave in those tails. So now, because we go from the second row from the top to the down, so let's make the first square of the white color of the second row. So now we make chain 5 again. I pretty much turn the project now, and now again I will insert the hook into the third chain from the hook and make my first double crochet, and then in every chain. So now I made my first square, so, and it looks like that now, because we will because now we need to make the second square with the brown with the brown yarn. So now what we will do is that I will insert the hook between those top 2 double crochets right here into that space between, I just keep my white yarn because we will carry this yarn like with this line, and I will get my brown color, and I will just do yarn over and pull through. So this is how I join my brown color and make chain 2. That counts as a first double crochet, and in the same chain, in the same space between those 2 double crochets, I make 3 more double crochets. So this is 1, 2, 3. Now you can see that this is my second row, so exactly as it shows on the picture. Now let's go to the third one, and now we make 2 squares of the brown and 1 square of the white. So now I don't have to join any new colors, so I just stay with the brown. So I make chain 5. Just turn the project and do the double crochet into the third chain from the hook. And then in every chain, so in total I have 4 double crochet, and I count also the first 2 skip chains because that counts as a first double crochet. So now I have 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I have 2 browns, so I will just again insert the hook between the 2 double crochet on top of the square, and I make the slip stitch, and now chain 2 and make 3 more double crochets right here. This is 1, 2, and 3. Now third row, so now the third square is the white color, and now we see that we have this white yarn right here. So we will just take it up, again insert the hook between the 2 double crochets, take that white yarn over the hook and pull through. So now we join, and we will just leave our brown yarn in the back of the project because we will use it for the next row when we will use the brown yarn again. So now let's do the last square of the third row. So we make chain 2 and then the 3 double crochets right into the space between 2 double crochets right here. 2, 3, and 4. So now, like you can see, so now we have three rows, and now we're going to the fourth one, so it's from the right to the left. So we make 2 whites and 2 browns. So we make again chain 5 and insert the hook into the third chain from the hook, make our first double crochet, but it's technically second one, and this is our last one. And now you can see that I will just join with a slip stitch the square from the previous row, and now let's make chain 2 and 3 double crochets into the space between 2 double crochets. So this is our 2 squares as you see now, and now we make 2 brown ones, so I just leave my white color behind my project, grab this yarn of the brown color, just put it like up here, and I'll insert the hook between the 2 double crochets and make slip stitch, or just like pull through the loop, so I have just the brown yarn on my hook. So now I do chain 2 and again 3 more double crochets into the space between double crochets, and now we insert the hook between those 2 double crochets again, make a slip stitch, and let's make our last square of this row. So it looks like that so far. So the blanket is just like that. And now let's go to the fifth row, and we see that we have 3 browns and 2 whites. So let's do that. All right, so now we are right here. This is our fifth row. Let's go to the sixth one. And now we can see that we have 3 squares of the white, 2 squares of the brown, and 1 yarn, okay, 1 square of the white yarn. So let's do that. And then I also, because as you see, we will have more, let's say, separate lines of each color, because now we carry the one ball of the brown yarn like through this line and this white color of this. So then what I do, I actually have like a small, like a balls, and it's connected to this one. So this yarn is for this line, and I have this one for this line of the color. So now when we will be joining the third one, we have to make again like a small ball of the white color, and that will be connected to this line. So how I saw in YouTube, I didn't do it because I was so excited to do this blanket, so I didn't have a chance to actually buy those paper clips, but they are way bigger. So what they do is that, because then it's gonna be messy, it's gonna be like 12 balls, because you're gonna have it one ball for each like this line, so it could be messy. So what I used, it was the plastic box, and I had all my balls of the yarn right there, and it was like a nicely put next to each other. So then I will just I just flipped my blanket as I was turning for the rows. But some people do just that they have this huge like a really bigger one paper clips. They will just attach to the let's say for us it would be this line, and they will just wrap the yarn around that. So then when they will always just unclip it, use that yarn just for the amount they need, and they clip it back again, so it's not that messy, and nothing is tangled, and the yarn is not on your way. So this is the other way what I would recommend to do, so it's up to you. I just did it with the plastic box, and it was just fine. Like when you see this graph, you can see that just this part, those 2 corners are the worst for that, and then you just use the one ball for this whole line, and then you will just use 3 of those here, 1 2 3 4 5 for this. So then it will get better from our start, and in the middle it's gonna be the best and then it's gonna go worse again, and then it will be the best right here. So this is just before we will continue, but now let's start with the row 6. So our row 6, we will still continue with this white color. We have the last white color of this line. So now let's make 1 2 3 squares of the white and 2 squares of the brown, and then 1 square of the white. I just almost run out of this brown color, and it will actually happen if you, because I never make like a huge skein. I just always make just a small ball, so then I can it's just easier for me, so it's not like not too big. So what we gonna do, I don't need a tail, so I just cut it. So now how I join the same color of the yarn when I run out. It's gonna be the invisible knot, and it's the best because you don't have to weave in after. So you're gonna have really, I try to avoid weave-ins as much as possible, so this is the best solution for me. So how I do it is that this is my end of the yarn, this is my beginning of the yarn of my new ball of this color, or the skein what I just made. So now what we do, we grab that one end and make a single knot around that yarn, that one, my end yarn. So it's just like that. I grab the other end and make the knot around those two. I just make a knot. So now I have two knots, and I'll just pull it together, and now I can safely cut it right above, and it won't like untangle or anything. So this little knot, we can easily hide it in the project. So I can show you right now, and I have just 1 2 3, so I have to make one more double crochet. Now I make the slip stitch, make our second one. So now we are going to, you see this is my knot, but it will be really invisible. So this is my last square of this brown color, and now, so here you see it is here, but it's not visible on the first side. So now let's make, now I need my white color of the yarn, and this is actually for our at the end of the 6th row. So I just insert the hook into that between those 2 double crochets, and I just join my white color, just tied the loop with my brown yarn, make chain 2, and now we make 3 more double crochets. So this is my end of the 6th row. So this is how you will continue for the for the rest until you will hit this corner, because this corner is the first corner that you will get. So now you can see that this one, when you see this, so once you'll be in the 51st row, you will start decreasing this side, but not this one. You will continue as usual until you'll get to your 67th row, because then you will be decreasing both sides until you will have just one square to make. So now I'm gonna show you just in this version how to decrease it. So now let's say, even like now I know we have to go up, and this is, yeah, actually this is first. So let's say that now we are at the 51st row, and or actually 52nd, because the 51st row is still increasing this side. This is the last increasing. So now the 52nd, I know that we have to go it from up to down, but just let's say that for this shortened version, that now we go down. So what we do, because now you would usually make chain 5, right, and then make the square, and this is how you increase it. But now we want to decrease it, and we want to make this side straight, and we just want to continue this one increasing. So we're gonna keep the straight and here too. So now what we have to do, we just have to turn the project and make slip stitch until this corner of the square. So we make 3 slip stitches. So it's 1, 2, and now into the third one. So yeah, into the third one. And now I also like, I think that you don't have to, but I like it just looks cleaner, I would say. So I always make the slip stitch into the space between those 2 double crochets right here. And now I can continue with my square. So now I will just make chain 2 and 3 more double crochets into the space, just like that. We'll just pull this together, so you will weave in those ends. if you don't have to carry it. So now I'm just gonna use the white color just for this explanation of the decreasing, increasing. So now you see that now I just straighten this this side, but I will be still increasing this one. So now let's go to the end of this row. Okay, so now I'm just on my last square, and this side because we just started to decreasing this side, but we would continue. It's like here what would happen. So we will be decreasing this side only, and this one will be regular. So this one will be still increasing. So I just want to show you that I will be just continue, as we know. I will increasing this side. So now I will make again chain 5, chain 5, and then I will make into the third chain my first double crochet, and then I would continue until here. So right here would be my last square, and then I would again make the slip stitches in until the corner of the square, and yeah, this is how I would decrease in this side. So now let's say I'll just undo it for now, and now let's say that you are right now at the 67th row. So this brown square will be your last of the increasing this side, but this one you already decreasing, so you already it's gonna have like this straight. But now we need to make this side decreasing until we meet the corner again. So now we will be decreasing this side again, and it's exactly the same thing what you do on the other side. So instead of chain 5, you will make 3 slip stitches on the top of the double crochets, and then I make one more slip stitch between the 2 double crochets right here, and then I'll just make chain 2, and then 3 more double crochets into that space between double crochets. And then I will join and make chain 2, unless you might need to just switch the colors, but for this I just want to show you the method how you decreasing both sides. So now you will just continue, you will make 1, 2, 3, 4 more squares, and here you will do again slip stitches along across this side of the square, and then you will continue making the squares like inside, and then again on this one you will make last square right here and slip stitches across the side, and then you will be decreasing, so your squares like it's gonna be less squares now, less and less. So I hope that it makes sense. Let me know if you would need more help. I would be more happy to help you. And yeah, I hope that you enjoy this pattern. So if you just wanna follow me, so feel free to subscribe on my YouTube channel, and also you can follow me on Instagram or Facebook, and let's stay in touch. So have a great day.